We've got this wonderful Cynful Crimes and Withholds pie. Start out by cutting your onion in half, and then take the half and cut it in half from the head to the root. And then down to the bulb, to the board, we're going to cut small slices. And then across the grain for a medium dice. Now let's mince our garlic. Lay the knife on top of it, laying sideways, and then smash it with your hand, then cut into small pieces. After that, we're going to mince by putting our free hand on top of the spine of the knife and holding the handle and going back and forth as we chop. When you're done, it should look something like this. The potatoes are next. We've got these red potatoes. We're going to cut them in half. And then quarters. And then across to make a large dice. Now comes the chicken. We've changed our board out. And I cut the whole thing in half, and then I cut strips. Take those strips, and then I'm going to cut bite-sized pieces out of those strips. This is a little bit easier if these are still slightly frozen. Now don't cut them too big, and you want to try to get them close to the same size all the way through so that they cook evenly. You get big chunks and little chunks, and it makes it tough. Alright, so we're going to take our chicken and put it in a bowl. Next we're going to add some olive oil, about a tablespoon. And toss that chicken so that all of those pieces get coated with olive oil. Now we're going to season with salt and pepper. And then some Cynful poultry seasoning, which I will show you guys how to make. But use regular poultry seasoning for now. Go ahead and mix all that in so all of those chunks of chicken are coated. We've preheated our pan, so go ahead and put some oil in it. Put about 2 tablespoons. And spread it around, get it on the bottom as evenly as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to add the chicken, and we're going to brown it until we don't see any more pink. So you need to kind of flatten it out on the bottom, move it around a little bit, and cook it until that pink all goes away. Now that there's no more pink, we're going to go ahead and add our white wine. Stir that around a little bit. Then we're going to cover it and let it simmer for 5 minutes. We're letting that chicken soak in all that wine. Now we're uncovering, and then we're going to let it reduce until we get rid of most of the liquid in there. Add our onions. Stir that around. We're going to saute those until the onions start to get translucent. Next is the garlic. Do the same thing. We're only going to do that for 30 seconds to 1 minute. You just want it to get fragrant. You don't want it to burn. Add the frozen mixed vegetables. Stir those around. Get them combined. Let them defrost a little bit. Adding our chicken stock. And then the potatoes. Now we took those potatoes and steamed them in the microwave for about 4 minutes, covered on high. So they're partially done. You need to be able to stick a fork in them, but have a little bit of resistance. We're going to add our paprika or your cayenne pepper if you want a little spice. Stir that in. And add the cream. Now this is heavy whipping cream. Just pour that in there and stir it all through. Once you get that done and it's back to a boil, add the cream of chicken soup. And then we're going to stir that in and get it all combined. Going to let that cook for a little bit and let it thicken. We're going to test that by putting a spoon in it and running our finger down the back of the spoon, and if it makes a track, it's good. So now we can put our canned biscuits, the same ones you get, the Pillsbury, from the grocery store. Just put those on top, cover all the stew, put an oven-safe lid on it, and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And there you have it. Cynful Crimes and Withholds pie. Here's your recipe. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful evening.